Hi, this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and this is Lenovo's new IdeaPad 710S, which is coming this summer for about $799 and up. It's a thin and light notebook that is sort of mid-range in price. It has a starting price of $799 for a model with a 13-inch display, full HD display, Intel Skylake processor, and support for up to 8 gigs of RAM, up to 256 gigabytes of storage, and it weighs about 2.6 pounds, gets around 8 hours of battery life. And if we take a sort of look around it, you'll notice here that we've got a full-size USB 3.0 port, a headset jack, power button on one side. On the other, we've got another USB 3.0 port, SD card slot, and a micro HDMI port. And while it's not a convertible tablet, one thing that it does have is a hinge that opens very wide. Could you just sort of fold it back? So you've got a 180-degree hinge here. Now you might notice as it folds, you can still see the screen. It's got wide viewing angles, it's got an IPS display. It also has a matte display, so you don't see as much glare as you would get on a typical glossy screen. It has a screen that has relatively thin bezel, so it's a little bit smaller than a typical 13.3-inch notebook, and feels a little bit more like a Samsung Series 9 or ATIV 9 or Dell's XPS 13. So we're seeing more and more of these devices with the thin and light design and also the thin bezels. But this model, since it has up to a Core i7 processor, instead of a Core M low-power processor, it does have active cooling, it does have a fan, and it also has more performance than you would get from something with a Core M system. The fan, there's vents that you'll find on the bottom of the device. The keyboard is a full-size QWERTY keyboard. Below it you've got a fairly wide touchpad, and looks like we've got JBL audio here, although on the show floor you can hear it's very noisy. We haven't really tested the speakers. So that's a first look. It's going to be coming this summer. This is a demo model, but it looks pretty much like what we should be saying later this year. So this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and a first look at the Lenovo IdeaPad 710S coming later this year for $799 and up.